Hey, what's going on? I'd like to welcome you all to Water Your Soil. So in this video, I'll be putting myself on blast. That's right, me. I'm putting myself on blast, something that I think more YouTubers need to start doing, or people in general, people who try to help people with personal finance, whether it's, stocks, investments, credit cards, whatever it is. I feel as though there needs to be a level of transparency so they can see that you also have experience with the things you are trying to teach them. So this video is going to be about my credit score and how for the past 4 months my credit score hasn't budged. This is a video that you want to check out and you don't want to miss. All right, so let's get right into it. As I stated on the intro, I like to have a level of transparency with my subscribers over here on YouTube. Now, YouTube is not my background. I had no experience when I first joined YouTube. I'm not really an in front of the camera type person, but I use YouTube as an avenue to teach more people about credit and credit cards and how they can benefit from those things. But one thing I often notice when helping people out over the years with credit or credit cards or any type of questions regarding those two things, one thing I notice is people often go and search for help, and a lot of people who are providing the help don't have experience with what they're trying to help people with. So they usually mislead people or they misguide people. And right now, the whole credit field, as far as people helping with credit and credit cards, outside of YouTube, I will say that it is a surplus, and a lot of information that's out there is wrong information. Now, put yourself in the shoes of someone who has absolutely no experience with credit or credit cards. I was in this same group about 7 or 8 years ago, and just imagine you have no experience, you don't know anything about credit cards or how to improve your credit score, and you have literally hundreds of thousands of people providing information regarding how to improve your credit score, how to use a credit card, this credit card, that credit card. You can improve your credit score by 300 points in 30 days or 60 days. It's all this information. And while a lot of it may be enticing, a lot of it is inaccurate. So what I like to do over here at Water Your Soil is I like to put myself on Front Street. Yes, I like to put myself on Front Street. That way I could provide my subscribers with a little transparency. Actually, it's a lot of transparency. But I feel as though it is important to be transparent with the people that you are trying to help. Throughout the years, I have always told people this when they come and ask me questions about credit and how to improve their credit score and credit cards or any questions regarding those things. I always tell them, if you're going to seek help in those areas, make sure you ask the person who's attempting to help you. Just ask them if you can see their credit score. Now, if they show you their credit score and they feel comfortable with showing you their credit score, they're probably legit, However, if they feel a little uncomfortable with showing you their credit score, but they want to see yours and help you manage yours, then that should have a light bulb go off. Because why would they be so fine with seeing yours and you have to be transparent and show them where you are, and they're the ones who are attempting to help you? I have a saying that I always use, and that saying is, I'm not gonna go and try to tell someone how to swim across a pond if I haven't been across that pond and back multiple times first. How can you give someone information on how to do something if you really haven't done it and done it well? And that's why I like to be transparent, so I can show people that I have experience with what I'm trying to teach them. Now, is there one way to go and get a good or excellent credit score? No, which is why I don't go over all the ways that it is to achieve those things. I go over what has helped me and what has helped the people that I helped over the years. So I just wanted to give you that little disclaimer before I go on in this video. My subscribers know, but some of you watching this video are probably not subscribed. So I just wanted to go over that. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video is about me putting myself on blast. My credit score has been stuck for the past 4 months. Actually, it's been stuck since December 2021. Now, as you can see over here in the corner, I'm gonna put my credit scores for each month over in this corner. So I'm gonna start off in November of 2021. I had an 839 credit score. These are Experian scores, Experian FICO scores. These are not Vantage 3.0 scores. These are not Credit Karma scores. These are Experian FICO 8 scores. So starting off in November of 2021, as you can see, I had an 839 credit score. Now, that's the highest my credit score has ever been. For a while, it was an 838, then it dropped. But then throughout the years, it went back up and it went to an 839. And an 839 is the highest that my credit score has ever got. No, I didn't have an 850 credit score. In fact, I didn't want an 850 credit score. And there's numerous reasons why I didn't try to aim for an 850 credit score. I could have got there if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. And the reason why is because once you reach 850, you can't go anywhere but down. So I really didn't want to get to an 850. It's not much of a difference, if at all, between an 850 and an 839 credit score. So I got to an 839 and my credit score was an 839. And then I had a big loan. I expressed this in a couple of videos that I did earlier that I did post, which is why I always tell you all, check out my videos. You can see it over here in this corner, how my credit score dropped 39 points, nearly 40 points. And I did a video on that. You should check it out. But in November of 2021, my credit score was an 839. So I had an 839. And I believe I paid off the loan in full. The loan was paid off and closed. I believe it was at the end of October. So it didn't show up on my November credit report because, as you know, credit reports and credit scores are often delayed at least a month. So it didn't show up in November, but I expected it to show up in December. So I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And as you can see over here in the corner again, my December dropped all the way down to an 800, which I find so ironic that it dropped 39 points to an 800. And it's almost like FICO and Experian wanted to send a message, because I'm like, why couldn't you drop to an 801? Or why didn't it drop to an 802 or 803 or 799 or 798? It dropped exactly to an 800, which is kind of funny. I find it humorous, even though I know some people who have their credit score drop 39 points don't find that humorous at all. I really didn't find it humorous when it happened, but right now, and looking back on it, I find it humorous that they dropped it down to an 800. So going into the new year, I expected my credit score to increase because I cut down on my spending, I cut down on my utilization. I hadn't applied for any new credit cards. I didn't apply for anything. So I wasn't applying for things. I didn't have any delinquent accounts, and I cut down on my spending. I cut down on my utilization, and my score didn't budge. So that was December of 2021. So I'm like, this is a new year. Okay, maybe in February it'll change. And as you can see, in February of 2021, it didn't change. It stayed the same. So I'm like, man, it's 800. Why it won't budge? You know, my utilization, honestly, my utilization is pretty low right now. My utilization is 1% when we factor in all of my credit card accounts. So my utilization is very low right now, right? So I've been keeping my utilization low, and the reason why I've been keeping it low is because I'm testing out my credit score right now. And I want to see if utilization is what has been stopping my credit score from increasing again, because I know normally your credit score will drop, but after a few months it starts going back up. So I expected it to go back up in March, since it didn't go up in February or January. Well, this is March, and as you can see, in March of 2022, the credit score is still stuck at 800. Everything is still the same. I'm still not applying for anything. The utilization is still the same. So at this point, I'm expecting it to stay still for a couple of more months, if not one more month. I'm expecting it to stay still, and then I expect it to go back up. However, I do think back to one time where my credit score was stuck at a 660 for 9 straight months. Now, honestly, having an excellent credit score has helped me not have to worry about this. I can only imagine if I was in a situation where my credit score was much lower than the 839, but it dropped 39 points. That will affect someone tremendously. And this is why I tell someone, After you achieve a good or excellent credit score, the work continues. I always tell people, every time someone tells me like, oh, you have an 800 credit score, that must be nice. You don't really have to do anything. You're in a pretty good position. And I'm like, I have to do the same work that you have to do. I'm on the same journey that you're on. Now, maybe I may not have accounts that I have to pay up, or I don't have to fix certain accounts. However, as far as managing those accounts, I have to manage my accounts the same way that you have to manage yours. And one slip up, my score will drop tremendously. As you see, it dropped 39 points from an account dropping off of my credit report. So imagine what it will do if I don't manage my accounts the correct way and make my payments on time and keep my utilization right and keep my hard inquiries down. This is why I always like to tell you all that this credit journey is something that you're gonna have to be on to the end of your life. Once you achieve good credit and excellent credit, you're still gonna have to know how to manage your credit accounts. This is why it's so important to understand how credit scoring works and what helps your score and what hurts your score. That's the most important thing that you need to learn, honestly. You could go and learn about credit cards, and everyone want to learn about how to do disputes and all this stuff. But the truth is, you need to learn your own credit report and what's going to hurt your score and what's going to help your score. Because as I always tell people, every credit report is different. So what someone may need to increase their credit score, you may not need. Or what they don't need, you may need. So you always have to go on what your credit report shows. It's case by case. You have to manage your credit report according to what's on your credit report. That's what counts and that's what's important. But anyways, I just wanted to provide a little transparency for my subscribers. I feel as though that's important. How in the world could I sit here in front of this camera and teach you all about credit and how to build up your credit score and how to increase your credit score and credit cards and things of that nature if I am not doing the things that I teach you all about? I have to be the example and do the same things that I'm teaching you all about. I hold myself accountable in that regard. But anyways, this is Water Your Soil. I appreciate you all for taking out the time and watching this video. When my credit score does go back up, I will post a video to update you all to let you know when it did go back up. But until then, I appreciate you all for watching. Check out my other videos, all right? I'm out. Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right?